Hello everyone, my name is Bill Dursky. I'm an account executive here at Quickinsured. We're extremely excited to be able to offer this new feature to you. In this short webinar, I am going to talk about the quick quote process, the benefits of it, and how to actually get a quick quote. So it is going to be something where you can start using this right after you hear this webinar. It is live as of today, and like I said, it's extremely excited because this is the first time you're going to be able to pull accurate homeowners insurance quotes instantly through Encompass, and that's for our partner Nationwide. So again, very exciting. This is the direction the mortgage industry is going, and we are on the forefront of that. So again, very exciting, and I think you're going to find it very exciting as well. To give you a little background on Quickinsured, Quickinsured is a relatively new company. It was founded 3.5 years ago by 5 gentlemen, 2 who have a background in mortgage, 2 have a background in insurance, and 1 former CEO of NetJets, Jordan Hansel. And they saw an opportunity in the mortgage process, right? One thing that's always been overlooked has been the homeowners insurance piece, right? There's an instant way to get credit. There's an instant way to get mortgage insurance quotes. There's an instant way to get an approval through DU and LPA, right? But there's no easy way to get homeowners insurance. That's up to the borrower, right? You kind of say, well, you know, it's on you. What about homeowners insurance? I'm sorry, but you're going to have to go and figure that out on your own, Mr. or Mrs. Borrower. Well, you no longer have to say that. Can they do that? Absolutely, they can still go on their own. This is not meant to completely replace that, although eventually it is going to. What it's meant to do is give you an opportunity to provide full service to your borrowers. It's going to make their life easier. It's going to make the process faster. It's going to make your referral partners impressed because of the things that you're going to be able to provide through instant quotes, a streamlined process, and more accuracy. And those 3 things are going to be coveted by your borrowers and your referral partners, not to mention make your life easier. So again, to give you a little idea of how the structure works, we partnered with Ellie Mae and their Encompass product and Nationwide to be able to provide this new feature. It's taken years to get to this point. The leadership of this company has worked extremely hard to get this feature up, running flawlessly in Encompass with one of the nation's largest insurers, Nationwide. So we work as a bridge between Encompass and Nationwide. You have an entire team at Nationwide dedicated to supporting your borrowers on this, not to mention an entire team at Quickinsured dedicated to supporting you and your borrowers on this. You have 2 very large teams of people who are going to help answer any questions, get anything done that you need, although frankly, this is not a hard process. That's automated. This is something where you're not going to need help. You're not going to have questions. Maybe in the beginning, the first couple, but once you hit that button a couple times, I can guarantee you're going to be hooked on how easy it is, and your borrowers are going to love it. Because it's going to allow them to secure homeowners insurance easier, right on their cell phone, right? Everyone loves technology. They don't have to walk into an agency. They don't have to call an automated phone menu, right, where they got to hit press 6, press 2, he talks to them on the phone from who knows where, right? That's not going to happen. Because now they're going to have a dedicated line to a live person at Nationwide. It's going to allow you to close loans faster. You're going to have a full view in every step of the process of where the insurance is to quote, when it's been ordered, and you're going to see it all in Encompass. Not to mention, mistakes are going to be mitigated because the information is going to be much more accurate than if you just estimated homeowners insurance, of course. And some of the other things in place as far as being integrated, I'm going to show you in a couple slides, that's going to eliminate any issues with the mortgage e-clause, which has been known to happen. If any of you have ever run into that issue, you know what I'm talking about. So it's a simple, automated solution that's fast and easy, and it's free. It's in Encompass already. You just have to click the button. So this is how you would actually order a quote, 5-click process. So you have John homeowner. You're doing a 1003 for John. Hey, John, do you need homeowners insurance? Do you have an agent? Do you want to get a quick quote? Yeah, I'll get a quick quote. What does it hurt, right? Nationwide, everyone loves Nationwide. You got Peyton Manning, right? So Nationwide, sure. Why not get a quick quote? So you go down to order additional services. Now, in the beginning, Quickinsured is not going to be under my providers. We're going to be under all providers. So in the very beginning, you have to go to all providers find Quickinsured. We're going to be towards the bottom because it's listed alphabetically. And then click My Providers, and we will be in the My Provider tab from that point forward. So every time will be really easy to find. So we're Quickinsured, right? We want to submit. All of this information is populated automatically with the exception of 3 fields, and that's purchase month, number of residents, and number of families. Once you populate these 3 fields, you would click Get Quick Quote. Still working on that. Click on Get Quick Quote, right? So your order has been submitted successfully. Fantastic. Consumer consent email. So that is out to them. And what it looks like is they get a text and an email that lets them know, hey, we need your consent to send that quote. A very important part of the process, but it's very easy. So they said, yeah, I want to retrieve my quote online. And they get asked 3 simple questions that are automatically populated to yes. Do we have your permission to share your quote with Quickinsured? Yes. Are we allowed to call you if we need to call you? Yes. And we have permission to use your insurance score. And that automatically is a yes. And the insurance score is not a hard pull. It's a soft pull, does not impact their credit, and every insurance company requires it. It only allows us to get a more accurate quote. So again, once they see these 3 questions on their phone, they say, yes, it all sounds good to me, give me a quote. And they literally can be doing this right in front of you at your desk. They get this quote as quick as they can hit that yes button. So it tells you the next steps. You're going to email the quote in the next 30 seconds. It tells you the next process on how to buy the insurance, right? So all very self-explanatory. They say, fantastic, here's your quote ID, so you can go online. And here's your hotline number into Nationwide. This goes directly to a live person. They answer the phone in 22 seconds. That's a service level agreement we have with Nationwide. So you're not sending your borrower to a help desk. You're not sending them to an automated messaging system. They're getting a live person 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You do not have to know homeowners insurance. You are not adding this as something that you have to do. This is only giving you an opportunity to have more control over this process and make your borrower's experience with you as a lender that much better. So they have this hotline. They can call with any questions. Tells them what the quote is, $754.42 a year. Perfect. Retrieve your property quote. Now you are getting an email. Loan officer, loan processor, you have an email. Yes, the quote's in Encompass. You can start working the scenario. So now all those numbers are popping up. I'm going to show you that process here in a second. But that's all in there for you. So now you have a really accurate quote to work with. So while you're working on the scenario, when the borrower needs to bind the insurance, right, they need to make it live. They put in when they close or when they're going to occupy the house. They answer a couple basic questions, stuff they know off the top of their head, right? Have they had the insurance cancel on them for any reason? Do they have any vicious pets? Are they convicted of a felony, right? Things that they're going to know the answer to. Do you have a mortgage on your home? So this goes back to, and I want to circle back to this binding, right? So when you help them with this process, you, again, are making yourself more valuable. Because now, look, the mortgage and the homeowner's insurance is together in their mind in one package. Right? So when they think, oh, I have to go, I got to go to a lender, I have to go call Quicken, do a rocket mortgage, and what about the insurance stuff? Right? It was all so easy with my other loan officer. That's something that is going to resonate, because remember, this is all brand new to them. You do these every day. You do mortgages, hopefully multiple times in a day, every day, right? Well, this is something where now they're getting this. Now homeowners insurance is another layer of that. And you're saying, you know what, I'm going to give you a break on that. I'm going to help you make this process easier. And so that binds you to them. And I can't stress that enough how important that is, because as we know in the pre-approval game, if you're not calling your buyers on Fridays and Mondays, you're losing opportunity because they got a bunch of other people calling them. They went on Lending Tree and they've got a million phone calls saying, I could beat that rate. I could give you, 2.75, 275 basis points. Well, they wouldn't say 2.75%. So this makes it to where, they've really taken care of me over XYZ lending. I mean, that is extremely important. And now, so here, they can decide, are they going to escrow, they're going to be, now you've already made a decision with them. So if they say, well, escrow, they pick that. If they want to pay on their own, which does happen, they can pick which kind of payment they want. They can do easy pay, monthly bill, pay in full, 2 payments, however they want to do it. They put their account number in here. Again, this is all stuff the borrower's doing, nothing that you're doing. This is all the borrower. They get verification. They got to do some terms and conditions. Everyone knows about those. And now here they can actually customize the quote. So let's say, it defaults to $82,040 in personal property. But let's say, they've got the Queen's Jewels somewhere, and they need $200,000, or maybe it's a knockoff from Home Shopping Network. Whoever the case is, they need more personal property coverage. They could absolutely change that here. It's going to change the premium, of course, but they can customize it here. They can customize their personal liability, medical payments. It is going to default to Fannie Mae's required deductible of $1,000. But all of this can be customized. It will change their quote. Most people, at least most people I know, are okay with $82,000 of personal property, but again, it gives them the option to change it. And this is where they can get their policy documents. Again, this is happening right on their phone. And so now you as a loan officer, process, that's been happening either they're at home and they're in front of your office or wherever. Now, go back to when they got those 3 questions, right? Hey, you want a quote? Yeah. You're going to see a text or an email with 3 questions. Now you're going in the file. You say, okay, John Homeowner. Let's click on John Homeowner. Let's click on Order Additional Services because I want to see where we're at with the mortgage or homeowner's insurance piece. You got your Quickinsured, right? We're under my providers. We're saved now. All of this is populated. Everything's good. Fantastic. You're not getting a quick quote now because you already did that. You're getting a check status, or you're checking the status. You're going to check status, click on the tab, and now you're going to see one of 2 things, or you may see 3 things. I'll show you the third one. The first one is ineligible. You may see ineligible. That's because for some reason Nationwide doesn't want to insure that property. Maybe it's a coastal property, maybe there's something else. Maybe they have 3 lions living with them and they don't want to cover 3 lions. So whatever the case is, if they don't approve that property, you're going to get an email, so is your borrower. So now you're in the know, right? This isn't something you're finding out far into the process. You know this as soon as it gets submitted. What's even better news is that Quickinsured has relationships with 19 other insurance carriers. And within 24 hours, your borrower is going to get a phone call from one of those licensed agents to get them into another carrier with some homeowners insurance. The process is not stalled. It keeps moving forward. Homeowners insurance is still going. It's not something that you need to be chasing down, not something you need to be worrying about. You're not calling the local agent saying, hey, what's up with this? It's getting taken care of for you. Now, more times than not, you're going to see that's in progress, which means the property's good. We're just waiting on the borrower to say yes to those 3 questions, right? So when they say yes, it's going to come up received, it's eligible, view, right? Tells you what the premium is. You can say, I want to view it. Great, that's how much the insurance is going to be. That's what it costs a month. Fantastic. I'm going to continue. There's the insurance, there's the provider. Now at this point you can either finish, you can say, I don't want to do anything yet, or I want to update the file. You click update and it is going to pre-populate on your 2015 itemization, the insurance information. It's also going to populate your 1003. Mortgagee clause. This is a big one. Mortgagee clause is where there's a lot of opportunity for there to be mistakes because of all the different codes. A lot of opportunity for be typos. One of the best things about this process is that all this information comes directly from Encompass. If it's correct in Encompass, it's going to be correct on the mortgagee clause. Again, eliminating issues at the closing table, eliminating issues slowing down your process. Don't want to have to call real estate. Hey, I know there's a mistake. Oh, it's not me. It's my insurance agent guy I refer. Right? We all know you could try to say, oh, it's, what's your referral? Right? You refer this insurance agent, and now there's an issue. As long as it's correct in the Encompass, it's going to be correct in the mortgagee clause. Also, the request for evidence of hazard insurance. That's also going to be automatically populated. So there's the quote. You're going to see that in services view. You'll get a full view on what the quote looks like, if they made any changes. You're looking for the E folder. You want to find the docs. Right, there's the quote received, tells you the day is received. Still waiting on the actual policy. Again, clear view into what's happening the entire time. You know what's happening in this process. Nothing's a surprise. Nothing's going to catch you off guard. You know where these things are going. Hey, John homeowner, I saw you haven't bound that insurance policy yet. You mind getting that bound right on your phone? Remember I showed you right on your phone? Or why don't you call Nationwide? They'll walk you right through it. Or call Quickinsured. They'll walk you right through it. Right? Easy. And this is where you're going to find document details. Again, right in your file. So now the borrower, right? They bound the contract. Bound the insurance. And they get an evidence of insurance, an EOI. They're going to get that email to them. They're also going to get instructions to forward that email to you. And that way you're going to have the evidence of insurance. And that's the process. It's that easy. And we talked about it through, what, 12 minutes? How long has it been? I mean, as fast as they can click on those buttons, they could probably do it faster than what we just did. And that's what your evidence insurance is going to look like. I mean, this process, it's not a hard sell because there's nothing really to sell. It's just the way it should be done. You know, it's not like, you know, it doesn't cost anything. It's just an easier, more streamlined, more impressive look at something that normally is more cumbersome and confusing, and this adds to more stress on your borrower because it's simple, it's automated, it's fast and easy, which in terms makes your life fast and easy, and it's automated and it's simple. And because it's a clear view, there's no confusion as to where the homeowner's insurance is, right? When you're talking to referral partners, you know, the extra care you're giving to the borrowers. You know, I never liked, you tell them, well, you have to go do that on your own. You know, I know insurance. You go find your homeowner's insurance. You know anybody? Yeah, I know someone. I don't like giving out referrals all the time, so I think you're better off to find someone on your own. Because insurance agents, you know, it's like everyone else, right? You really have to have someone that you really, really trust and build a lot of trust with, especially when you have your customer in their hands. You know, that's an important relationship. And so this is the way it is going to give you that view into the process. It's going to be the quickest way to get an accurate quote, and it's going to make your borrowers feel comfortable with a nice, easy, clear process with a name they know and trust. So I want to thank you for joining me today. I look forward to working with all of you. I am here as a resource. My colleagues are here as a resource. You have multiple teams here to help you with this. This is where the mortgage industry is going. And I'm really excited to be on the forefront of it. So my name is Bill Adursky. My email, if you need to reach me, is bill.aderski@quickinsured.com. And that's bill.aderski@quickinsured.com. Thank you again, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day.